Hey, welcome everybody in to another edition of Stacked Labs. I love streaming on days where everybody's freaking out. I love it. The panic is absolutely absurd. What's up, Carolina? Thank you for popping in. I'm streaming on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff simultaneously, but if you want to talk to me, I'm only responding to chat on Twitch. So please feel free to come in and hang out. We'll talk, have a good time, listen to some instrumental jams. But, Green Lantern, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I love high volatility, high fear situations. It is great. Because you can really tell who knows what they're doing and who doesn't. I have on the screen here just a standard Bitcoin chart, daily chart. And I have the VPVR on the right here. I'll put this out of the way so it's bigger. The VPVR shows where the most amount of people have interacted in the market. So, obviously, it's a great way to gauge support. It's a great way to look at what's actually happened. Now, it's always contextual, right? You look at a VPVR and go, oh, there's a lot of people in this area. Well, you know, what happened there? What's the time frame? You got to put it in context. No one signal is ever the answer. But signals help paint the picture. And this is why I'm starting here. What are we looking at, guys? What are we looking at? The majority of market participants broke through and are holding from 40,000 and less, right? So let me put my drawing back up. Nothing's broken. We have been so overcooked on MACD and RSI that this stuff's going to happen. And like the high leverage traders out of this world. Raul Paul said last night, like, I love it when there's these massive liquidation events because it rinses the high leverage out of the market. I love it. Let's get rid of them. There's no reason to be high leverage right now. And I love it when they get torched. And that's exactly what this is. A small piece of news. A small piece of news. Now, you say, Jared, auditing and charging for money laundering, it's not small. No, it's not. But you think that's new? It's not new. That's always there. Every time. Every time crypto is in the news, that conversation is there. It's different this time. It might be. But do you think this 20,000 ton boulder can be stopped by something like that? I don't know, man. Maybe I've just consumed too much Kool-Aid and that stuff just does not faze me. But the VPVR is great, and I encourage you all to use it. There's a stock VPVR on TradingView. That's it, right here. This is not, some of this stuff's custom in my own. This is not. You can literally go into TradingView and type in VPVR and get this over here. You have to play with the settings a little bit, and if it's not working for you, I'll be happy to share mine. It's dependent on volume, so you need to screw around a little bit. So change from numbers of rows to ticks per rows. I changed row size to 1,000. This is on the index. And then it plots it beautifully. So we have all of these people that have participated essentially since the end of February, so like month, 45 days. People are freaking out. And we're at like the point of control up here. So nothing's really changed. Now, let me say this. The point of control for me and how I define that is this point, the furthest most point on the VPVR. The point of control for the whole chart, believe it or not, way down here at 10,000. But for this area, up here, it's like 56 grand. Down here, it's 34. Most people are still in profit. What are we worried about? And then my question becomes this. What do you think happens during an alt season? You think Bitcoin absolutely rips during an alt season? Just like face melting, I'll see it 100K? That's not how that works. So, to quote Aaron Rodgers, in honor of Stacked CEO Joel Birch, who's a Packers fan, RELAX. Relax. We're fine. I think it's just a lot of new people in the crypto markets now that haven't done this before. And so when you see, you know, yeah, Green Lantern makes a good point. It's just impossible to have a vertical on the chart. People, you know, don't seem to understand this. It's true. But look at this. Yesterday, this bloody day. 6%. 6%. Green or Carolina or anybody else, how's the volume on the music and my voice? Are they good? Are they off? Let me know. I will say this. I drew this ass line up here. And the reason why I drew it up there is because usually when you have a channel like this and it breaks, where it breaks from, which is actually is closer to like 59.5. Thanks, Green. It's going to remember that area. So if we come back to it, like if this turns around and comes up, shoots back up again, we're going to get a rejection at 60,000. I guarantee it. Write it down. Clip this. It happens every time. Sometimes it's just a momentary pause. Sometimes it's a rejection further downward. But even the 2017, 2018 top, thanks, Carolina. The top, there were plenty of places to get out again. Like, it wasn't the first move was like, oh my God, we're done. That was it. Like, there's more ways to do this. Let me go back. Okay. Here we go. 2017, 2018. As a percentage, just, you know, for the sake of the conversation, from top to rinse out, which granted was over, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a week, 45% drop. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. But look what happened again. From there, it went up almost 60% again. And when you fail to make a higher high on like real moves over real time, then you got to worry. We're not there yet. We are not there yet. So, everybody calm down. Just a bad day. Nobody likes seeing losses in their profit. But I fully expect that this top for Bitcoin, whenever it happens, will offer a secondary chance for you to get out. No one threads the top, okay? So actually, that's not true. I know some guy, I don't know who it is. Somebody went on record and had a mega short, like just under 20 grand in 2017. And like he kept like flexing his profits all the way down, and the guy made literally gajillion dollars, which is great for him, okay? So some people thread the top. You're not going to thread the top. I'm not going to thread the top. But you don't have to. Like no one here would have caught this and threaded it at 19.8 unless you were super lucky. Or if you were one of the people with the largest bag at the time, and you were just ready to, like, I know I'm going to dump my stack. Yeah, if you determine it, you can do it. But this pop back up again, if you're paying attention, when this runs out and you see volume increase, okay? Like, hold on, I'm not in the right place. There we go. Big volume, like you don't see any like green bringing it back up, and then boom, here's more red coming down. Like there are tips that can keep you, help you preserve your portfolio. Now, I sound very like ignorantly, is that a word? Bullish. Trollkungen TTV, thank you for the follow. But I'm not. I just take what's in front of me. We lost a channel going back to January 27th. Okay. Would I maybe even further. Would I rather it still be there? Yeah, I would. But it doesn't mean that it's over. This stuff happens. It is undeniable the value that Bitcoin offers. It's undeniable, okay? There's critical mass. It's building. The argument of it's a scam, it's only used for terrorism and drugs or, money laundering, silly. And like, there's still going to be fun articles that are out there that are still going to shake people out of their positions. But it's not as liable to those crazy rinse outs that we used to have, right? So I say all of that to say this. Nothing's broken, head on a swivel. In fact, these things change, right? So there was this long, Trollkungen TTV, I don't know who you are. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you followed, and your first comment's a great one. Those silly propaganda released by government/banks to scare you away. They see it as a threat to fiat. They do. It is a threat to fiat. Let's not even pretend for a moment that it isn't, okay? It definitely is. It definitely is. But that's okay. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm an American. If the USD breaks, I have a problem. I still think it's going to break eventually. And that's why I'm in crypto. Right? So real quick, I want to show this. This looks bad. Channels going back to January, lost, right? Okay. Well, maybe we just formed a new channel that isn't quite as steep, which quite frankly, better for alts. Better for alts. If we just start moving like still upward, still higher lows and higher highs, but less steep, we all get rich on alts if you're into alts. And if you're not into alts, go to the link in the description. It's for Stacked. If you have not tried stackedinvest.com, go try it. There's DeFi baskets. It's the easiest investing you'll ever do. Give it a go. We're going to have Alan on again soon to talk about the updates with Stacked. Joel will stop traveling around the world and come talk to us again soon. So anyway, there's no reason to be afraid. You just got to keep your head on a swivel, right? The VPVR is great. As much alpha as I can give you. And by the way, I'm a technical trader. I'm a technical trader. Macro first, then use technicals. VPVR is great. Caroline, I'll get to you in a second. You just got to take what's happening on the chart in context. We want an alt season. Dogecoin is rocketing. People are trying to catch everything that's going on. Flow Fibbits. Thank you for following. Thank you. I think that's what that is. So yeah. Well, the reason why I brought up the whole technical thing, I'm sorry, I get thrown off by the comments when they're good, is the best use of technical analysis, of TA, is not being like, here's the harmonic, chart pattern, oh my God, look at the Fibonacci extension, all that bullshit. As simple as possible. The fundamental truths of technical analysis and the people who are the best at it look at a chart and they look at the most obvious things on a chart and they play off of those. Now, that sounds ridiculous. But if you're looking at something from an analysis perspective that is so deep cut and so hard to understand that you got to like open a textbook to understand what's going on, do you really think everybody's looking at the same thing that you are? The whole point of technical analysis is trying to up your percentage of likelihood of being correct. Okay, that's the whole idea. You look on this screen right here. Look, I can do it now. My Twitter handle is JM plus EV. Plus EV is plus expected value. It's a poker term, a lot of other things. Plus expected value does not mean you're right all the time. It means that you have a plus expected value of results. So I'll win 51% of the time versus 49% of the time. Or if I could make it to 60-40, that's even better. Doesn't mean I win every time. It means I move the odds in my favor, which is all technical analysis is. So I'm circling this back. I'm going to put a bow on it. The reason why I put VPVR on my chart when I'm looking at high time frames, not low time frames, is I want to know where the most amount of people are interacting on the chart. 56,000 is a big one. It is. 55 to 56. Here's another one here. 48. And then obviously down here in the 30s. So you know where there's a lot of people that are either going to be defending their position, or if you get underneath one of those, probably are going to think about capitulating. It's been a rocket ship for Bitcoin since the start of the year. We've been going up, literally up the whole damn year. January 1, the open was $28,000. So, why do we think it should just continue like this without any issues? I don't think you should. So anyway, that's my alpha of the day. And by the way, to put another feather in my cap, or arrow in my quiver, I think actually the first time that Loomdart appeared on Up Only, like his big reveal, if you remember that episode, which by the way, it's great. If you don't follow the Up Only guys, you should. Incredible content, really interesting people. Go check them out. Up Only TV. You guys probably all know who it is. Kobe and Ledger. But Loom was on there once, and somebody asked the question, I think it was Kobe, how the hell do you draw these lines, these Loom lines? He's famous for it, going back years, Loom lines. And he said exactly what I expected him to say. Well, what I do is I look at the most obvious lines on the chart and I draw them. Go look it up. Literally what he said. I look at the most obvious things on a chart, and those are the ones that are going to have the most power. Because the most people who see it, who actually see it, will respond to it. So when you start putting crazy stuff on a chart where you're like, oh, well, you know what? This could be a little bit of a handle, and this is a Jack the Ripper. Everybody knows about Jack the Ripper. And well, this is a little bit of a drifting wedge. What are you talking about? Like, all you want is what's simple, so people can understand. So a lot of times I end up deleting everything I have on my chart and starting over. I'll do it right now. I'm annoyed by it because I'm going to take some of my alerts off, but I literally just removed everything. So if you're looking at this right here, what pops up to you? I see a small short signal. That's my own short signal. I'm not going to give away, but it's not crazy. In fact, the target of that short would be here, about 49 grand. That doesn't break the bull market. So everybody knows that I love multicolored boxes. If you ever actually tune into this channel, and I'm hoping you will moving forward, I try to make it as easy for myself as possible. We have 1, 2 places it rejected. So I'm going to draw a red box here. Red, very easy. I'm Jedi mind tricking myself. Oh man, this looks like it's resistance now. Are we all agreed that somewhere between $61,000 and $65,000 is resistance at this moment? Yeah, it's almost a double. It's also a double top. There's a double top here too, though. So, all right, let's go with it. Now let's go back to the other side. This was that big area that we flipped, right? 40,000. A lot of market participants here. Ebop no stop. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Every follow helps. Every follow helps. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my brain that 40,000 is a very big deal. But we all know that, right? Anti-line. So is it over? No, it's not over. Here's another one. This is box worthy to me. Here's what I mean by box worthy. So I look at this at a glance and I say, okay, the easiest thing I can see is that we broke through, created a higher low. Okay, cool. Thanks. See you tomorrow, JP. That's funny. And then we went up and created resistance. So like from a quick glance, 44 to 48 ish support, 61 to 65 resistance. Very easy to see, very easy to understand. When I come back to this chart, I will think this again. Okay? What else is obvious on here? Well, sometimes it's not so clear. But if you switch to a line chart, it can become clear. There was a channel that was being respected, which is what I drew earlier. And anybody who was looking at a chart would have seen that. 1, 2, 3 touches. And for anybody who's a technical analyst out there like I am, we're going, but Jared, you didn't even hit the candle body or the bottom of the wick. Well, in crypto, I use line charts to really, really nail that edge. I don't do it in equities. I don't do it in futures. But in crypto, I will. So check me out. That's 1, 2, 3 times it was respected. That's enough. If you're into TA, you can also clone that, put it on the other side. All right, pull it down. If we were to rip up, hand to God, we would stop at 80 grand. I guarantee we would. And you'll see it. I'll try to find other examples before. So this is what's easy to see. We got a channel. The channel just broke, which takes me back to RB Zerny. Cerny? I went to high school with somebody whose last name was Zerny, spelled like yours with a Z after the C. That's why I said Zerny. Hopium, I got you, Tom. This is a positive stream. I was angry, Jared, last time I had one of these. Now I'm just like vibing. It's fine. Got the good music on. Gabriel Mello 101 and Dennis. Thank you for the follows. 2 more follows. Appreciate it. That's like 5 today. Appreciate all y'all. if you are taking a look and you see a channel like this broken, the question becomes where is the landing spot? And there's a few ways you can do that. The one that RB Cerny, okay, good, said was the 200 day. Could be. The problem with the 200 day is when you've gone parabolic, which is what we've done, that can be so far away that, like, I can't really envision $34,000 being tested then. Here's what I can say. If we do test $34,000 again, I will mortgage my home and every worldly possession I have to put it into Bitcoin. So no, I don't expect that to happen. The 50 is kind of the one that I look at, the last 50 days moving average, as the area where things kind of even out. It balances long-term and short-term sentiment the best. That's why when you look at my charts, the only one I ever always have up is 50. Doesn't matter. Yep. It doesn't matter if it's on a 30-minute chart, a 4-hour chart, 12-hour chart, daily, 3-day, weekly, whatever it is. 50 is my go-to. The 50 is what's up. Now, the 50 here you can see is 48, but like we almost got there yesterday. And we stopped at what you would call logical support, right? Like that, it was a previous swing low that turned back up. That's a pretty illogical place to stop, in my opinion. So let's stop there. Now, I'd say my good friend, but he doesn't know me. Crypto ISO on Twitter, who I've talked about before, and is an absolute slayer. So you should check him out, crypto_ISO. Would tell you that most of the time, the people who catch the first time get rinsed. You should check out their system. They have a trading system that is out of this world good. So if you're really interested in learning, that's a pretty good place to start. I'll leave his information in the chat later on. So I just always, whenever I see somebody who caught this like this, just caught the knife beautifully, like just above $50,000, like, do we really think they're going to get a free pass? Probably not. But I would love it, guys. I mean, all day, okay? All day. Give me sideways movement until the end of summer, okay? I'll play more golf and make more money on alts than you've ever seen in your life. I'm a 5 handicap right now. I bet I could be a 2 if that's what we end up getting. Because that's like the dream scenario. The interesting thing now is, like, I've had people message me after a stream and say, Jared, yeah, you're talking about a support and resistance zone. They're $17,000 apart, 48 to 65. Yeah, that's what happens when something goes parabolic. Look at this shit. Like, look how small these bars are comparatively. Like, I remember this day. It was right around Thanksgiving, November 26th. It was an 8% move down. You can't even see that candle on this chart, really. Look how big this shit is now. Now, this obviously, it's all about how I have... Here, I'll reset it so it's 100% accurate. But, like, it's all relative. But, like, that candle barely shows up. Look at this one from yesterday. Not playing on the charts at the track, +5 is solid. Yeah. So I want to see range, man. And I'm absolutely okay with us going down and testing 50 grand again, 48, even down to 45. I think it'd be wonderful. I would buy so much Bitcoin and I would I would wrap all of it and put it in Aave and lend against it for all season. It would be glorious if we get there. But that's a whole different conversation. So Trollkung in TTV said all season's the best, but then also said VPVR, volume, high volatility zones, areas. Yeah, they are high volatility areas, and this is something that, a lot of you haven't heard me before because we have new people on today. This area here, which I promise you I will make more clear in a moment. I've talked about a lot if you've watched the streams for a while. There's like no market participants here from 44 to 40. Like one of the first streams I did with Joel, I talked about this. And I would not be shocked to see a death wick at some point down to 40,000. I wouldn't. Now, I don't want that to happen. That's like the worst case scenario. But those are the games I'm used to, like pre-institutional adoption, and like just that void of volume makes me nervous. Okay, it makes me really nervous. Like when nobody really traded. Like we had this breakout. This was, I think, was that the Elon candle? I think it was. I don't know. I think it was the Elon candle in February. And like everyone was buying, nobody was selling. There was no market participants whatsoever. So the people here are all going to defend that position. But if it collapses, like you can see a crazy liquidation wick. So we'll see. But back to the point at hand. I drew this because it's a little bit of alpha that I'll give you guys. Whenever a channel like this is broken, the line where it breaks, and it did break because we closed underneath it, will act as resistance again. Okay, so right now in my mind, even though I have a red box from like 61 to 65, $60,000 is resistance again. It is. Write it down. When we get to 60,000, we will reject. Come back in here and call me a liar if you think I'm wrong when it happens. And then if you watch me any further, you know I talk about virgin mids all the time. This is a buy the book virgin mid. I'm trying to get the 2 out of there. There we go. Move that up out of the way. Virgin mid is a turn in price that comes up and is retested for the first time. So now I see 2 levels of resistance ahead. I see 60,000, I see 63,000. And they're not going to be easily overtaken. Not without some crazy ass news. So if I know that, and I'm thinking about what's happening in the world today, and I'm thinking about what is going to happen for the next month. Okay, let's go back. The next week, the next month, the next quarter. I now have 2 areas of resistance and a channel that we've lost. Odds are we're going to range for a while. Does that mean the bull market's over? No. No, it means we're going to freaking range, guys. Alexon, what's up, buddy? Welcome back. Good to see you. Planning on streaming a lot this week, so I'm sure I'll be seeing you a lot. You're always very loyal, and I appreciate that about you. We got quite a few followers today as well on Twitch. Thank you all for doing that. So we got 2 levels of resistance, in my opinion, 60,000, 63,000. I see support at 51, at 49, at 45. Would you guys really be like super pissed off if we ranged from 45 to 63 through summer and alts just went crazy? I would love that. It literally would be my dream scenario. I don't know. Would be great. Yeah, Tom. But the problem is, you know what's going to happen? If we break 50, people are going to freak out. People are going to freak out. And I guess that's just how that goes. So let's move on. If we're saying that we think we're going to range for a minute. This is my jam right here. This is my intro music. You guys never get on early enough to hear it, but this is my intro music, and I just dig it. Such a good vibe. So check the weekly. Okay, yeah. You mentioned that earlier. I will check the weekly because somebody said the weekly 20. Yeah. The weekly, 20-day was mentioned earlier, and that's true. It's worth looking at. By the way, I see Alan retweeted the We're Going live stream. Alan, I appreciate you, brother. Is that what you're talking about, Fahad? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're at threat of breaking it right now. Somebody also said, I'll check that in a second. The 20-day, or I use 21, that's just how I am, which is about 43. Let's go back to daily. What was that area again? 43, 44. Fine. I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. All right, let's take a look. I love this. Again, you can see my boxes. I draw these on all of my charts. All of them. Because at a glance, I want to quickly look through and go, okay, what was happening here? Resistance, flip to support, retested, higher high, higher low, broke through again. I talked about this shit live on stream not that long ago. Before we even broke through this, that I said the gig along on Ethereum was after we break through and come down and retest resistance as support. And if we do it, we're going to rip. Hey, guess what? Came back down in 1932. We ripped to $2,500. So I'll pull this off. That's a low time frame. One. And Fahad, I will get to the weekly. I'm just going to work backwards from here for a moment. Tom and I, Abel Tom, who's a moderator in the chat, you guys may or may not know, he's from Nerd Quarter, talked about this broadening cylinder accumulation pattern, the Livermore broadening accumulation cylinder. Plenty of good things here. Weekly looks bad in ETH. Hold on, maybe not. I don't love a broadening cylinder accumulation pattern. I would like it to be cleaner. But I do love the volume that we broke out from and how we haven't really seen shit. I use Coinbase as my base on Ethereum. So whether that's appropriate or not, maybe I should be using Binance, but that's all kind of the same. That all looks pretty good. Right now, you will not even get 1 ounce of bearish sentiment out of me on Ethereum unless this flipped resistance to support breaks down. We couldn't even break, even when there was this crazy sell-off in Bitcoin, we didn't even come close from flipping it down. I mean, the wick got close, but that's just over-leveraged idiots who don't know what they're doing. Like, that's fine. If this can stay here, then nothing's wrong. And quite frankly, like, you see all this stuff over here, you see like the broadening cylinder line over here, and you see like the flip, and these lines like all intersecting here. That's where you generationally long, guys. Demigod 12, thank you for the follow and thank you for the sub, man. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Demigod, that's a great name. We're all just trying to be our own little demigods, aren't we? Looks like a high time frame retest, though. Yeah, it is. I mean, it probably is, Tom. That's the thing. And by the way, please comment. I'm happy to talk. As you can tell, when I'm by myself, one of the few times where I don't have guests, I'm happy to entertain anything you guys have to say. And I'm still on Bitcoin and Ethereum at this moment. But we'll get back into it here. Here you go. If you just subscribed, now you got these fancy little emoticons or whatever the hell those are, emojis you can throw into the chat. So I don't see anything bearish about this. Now, to Fahad's point, yeah, you know what, man? I don't look. So I'm going to go to Fahad really quick because Fahad's making a good point. Ethereum weekly is tough, so we're going to look at it. But Trollkungan said Ethereum wicked down to 1909 at Binance. Okay, that is why I use the line chart. Because Wicks to me are over leveraged clowns getting what they deserve. They're capitulation wicks on over leverage every time, guys. So you cannot look at the wick and be like, oh man, that's it. Like the wick did it. Oh, market structure's broken. No, never, ever. Use the line chart. Again, I do not love line charts, but Crypto Messiah, we all know him. Actually helped me out quite a bit. He didn't know me. I mean, we kind of know each other now, but like he didn't know me at the time. And he used to say this, like put on your line charts when you're looking at, he says alts. I do it for everything because me coming from, I was a futures trader and traded stocks. Coming to crypto was a hell of a thing because I'm like, oh my God, these wicks are enormous. And then you learn about leverage, yada, yada, yada. So this is a great place to like really determine market structure. Let me turn this off. What's wrong here, guys? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Not quite. Higher low, higher high. Like this fucking is perfect. Literally, if you were to draw it in a book, go pull up William O'Neill's book. Like it doesn't get much better than this. Now, I would rather us flag and then rip versus doing the bullshit we're doing now, but that's where leverage comes in. Those people deserve to have their lunches eaten. So, whatever. I feel attacked with the margin comments. You should, okay? Quick timeout for Twix. If you're margin trading right now and you're using crazy margin to where liquidation is actually on the table for you, shame on you. Shame on you. Like, do not do it. All you're going to do right now with leverage is become poor. High leverage. Like when I feel great about something, when I see like a multi-tiered setup where all that shit aligns for me and I'm like, oh my God, it's the perfect market structure. The stars align. Elon tweeted about my shit. I'll go crazy and go to 3x leverage. Okay? 3x. I'm sure some of you don't even start at less than 10x. Like, stop it. It's the best market you'll ever have in your entire life. Do not put your gains on the line. And by the way, if you do insist on margin trading, or you do insist on, look at this guy. Sorry, I was trying to delete his chat and somebody else said something. There you go, buddy. See you later. Do not post ads in my chat. If you do insist on leverage trading, do something smart and open an account on Stacked. Here's why I say that. It's automated trading. It's automated trading. Try out one of the bots. The Psycho bot, the Bedrock, Trend King, whatever. And for a month, see who has better results. And if you can't beat the bots, stop it. Anyway, let's go back. I learned my lesson yesterday. From now on, I'll be using max 5x and always have a stop loss. Yeah, there's no reason not to, man. I'm going to you know what? I'll do it this week. This week, I'm going to do a stream purely on technical analysis and risk management. And I guarantee you, it'll blow your mind if you look at what profitable traders do and why they have money and you don't. Okay? So hold me to that. Don't let me forget. I'll schedule that one for tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. But I will walk you through my process when I leverage trade and how to do math on the fly, how to set your stop losses, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, if you're not doing what I'm doing, then you shouldn't be leverage trading. Yeah, it's an arrogant thing to say. It's not wrong, though. So, here we are. Ethereum doesn't look great. Yeah, you know, this volume doesn't concern me, really. Let's go to 3-day. I always, again, have these notes in here for myself, kind of like breadcrumbs. My wife tells me I'm like the human embodiment of the movie Memento. If I didn't like tattoo shit on my body or leave breadcrumbs for myself, I wouldn't even remember the thought that I had, which is true. It's good and bad. That way, when you have a terrible drawdown, you don't even really remember it. It's bad for like remembering anniversaries and shit like that. So here you go. Previous all-time high, weekly close. That's this 1365 to 1420 on Coinbase. Again, only on Coinbase. Yeah, I can do that. I'll do that on that stream, Antenna Lion. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong here. The interesting part about it is this actually looks better on a 3-day. Because look at this. It's been a while since I've done this. I mean, that's as pure as you could possibly have. I didn't know that the 3-day closes and opens that created that double top were almost identical. Like, that is so powerful. I want to buy more Ethereum right now. By the way, if you're tuning in, because we actually have quite a lot of people watching right now. My name is Jared Phillips. I'm the host of Stacked Labs. Known the CEO of Stack, Joel Birch, for about, 12 years now, going back a while. He red-pilled me into crypto. I got a radio voice, and I'm good at technical analysis. So there you go. That's why I'm here. I do these solo streams usually once a week, just talking about the market. And then usually another 2 to 3 times a week, I have on guests talk about different alt projects or state of the market or all sorts of other stuff. So you'll be seeing more and more content. Thank you guys who have followed today. Thank you, Demigod12, who subscribed. Very, very cool. I do appreciate you. And I appreciate you guys coming to hang out for a little while I just jam here and talk about the market. So, Fahad, I have not forgotten about you, and we will get there. Here's my broadening cylinder with this absolutely beautiful double top on the 3-day chart that flipped and was retested. Like, literally gorgeous, taken out of a book. It could not look any better. And oh, by the way, I didn't even know this, but you have a 20-day that's in that support zone on a 3-day chart. And if you look at the daily chart, here we go. The 20 days is where we have support right now. A lot of really good stuff right there. Jasper, the market's pissing you off? Shouldn't be. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's not the best of radio, if you will, for me to be kind of showing you my process and putting in my notes here, but at least you can see what I do. And then that way, hopefully you can do it yourself. Oh, yeah, Doge and SafeMoon. Don't get me started on that bullshit. All right, let's go to weekly, finally. Reset the chart. All right. So Fahad has been talking to me about the weekly in the chat. What am I worried about here? So again, if you were to look at this and you're in technical analysis, this looks like garbage. Jared, where's this line coming from? Well, that's why I use the line chart, because the actual way you're supposed to use technical analysis gets erased by high leveraged idiots. And so you've got to find a way to just take a daily average, which is what I'm doing here. So in this case, a weekly average, and that's where this chart comes from. So I'll make it a little bit bigger for everybody. It looks pretty good. Has not broken it yet. Even if I were to take this off to the candle bodies, which is another way you can do it. Yeah, nope, still outrageously bullish on Ethereum. Outrageously bullish. Not only that, if you, again, I'm using the candle bodies. That's how I do it, and do it however you like. Okay, all right. I didn't mean to break it. It just meant to test it. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's fine. But look, we got that close on the channel top and the wick up at 2,500, and then we came back down. So I don't know. Are people seeing it? Kind of looks like it. It looks really good. Looks really good to me. I am still of the opinion. I'm hoping it's going to be like right here at the worst. That this is the best investment you'll ever have at the best period you'll ever have in your life right now. And he doesn't watch my stream, so I can make fun of him. But my brother-in-law, I've gotten into crypto. And not yesterday, but the day before. Actually, no, I guess it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. He called me like 3 times and was like, what the fuck, man? What's going on? Is this it for Ethereum? And finally, I just said to him, whenever you get that feeling of is it over, buy more. Until I tell you to stop. I will tell you to stop. We will hit the top. We will nail the top on this stream. That is my promise to you. Not the exact top, but we will nail the top. Within probably 10%, 8%. That's my promise to you. So, higher low, higher high. We're hoping for a higher low. You know, a lot of good stuff here. Now, I'm going to go back to my blue list because it's easier for me to see. This is a chart that I've posted everywhere, and oh my God, is it busy. But I want to walk through it for a second because we got 30-some people on here and more on YouTube and more on Twitter who've never heard me before, and I think it's worth having a conversation. You don't have to outthink or overthink this when you're trading. You don't have to overthink this. I posted every single one of these live, either here or on my announcement channel. And it's been very, very clear from January. Very, very strong bearish on BTC, bullish on ETH divergence. In January, and Ethereum ripped. We saw a bearish divergence in Ethereum, and it dropped. Here, the reason why I'm bringing this up is that you don't need to overthink this stuff. If all you're doing is just flipping your reserve currency back and forth, you can make a lot of money. And that's this example. If all you're doing was following this chart, which is what you should be looking at almost every single day, you would be up at least 150% since January. It's not even May. And that's what these are here. These little measuring shots. So let's go back to Ethereum. Fahad just made a great point, and it was... I'm sorry, Troll Kungan TV said Bitcoin has had 6 consecutive green monthly closes, repeat of the 2013 cycle. We're going way back now. If the pattern follows that cycle, we should see new all-time highs in June or July, sideways for 2 months. I'm okay with that. I would love that. It would fit my market structure that I just drew out, and a lot of other things. So, ETH BTC. Hopefully we can all agree, hopefully, that we're all in this for Bitcoin, okay? Fahad, thank you for following. Appreciate you. I am, okay? I'm in this for more Bitcoin. I currently own 0 Bitcoin. Because I've been doing this. And I switch my reserve or my base currency back and forth to help maximize the situation for me. And then I take loans against it. It's a beautiful situation. This is great for Ethereum. And I will not be bearish on Ethereum until the chart we just looked at and this breaks down. This like 43, 44 on Ethereum is, in my opinion, inevitable. Now, is it going to happen this week? I don't know. People are scared right now. Scared money don't make money. So I could see more games being played. But you have to zoom out on this to really get an idea about what's happening. There's no resistance. Really, like this 56 that I have, 5604, is very, very thin. Very, very thin. I really don't even consider that a logical stopping point. But going back to the conversation that we had about look at what most people are seeing on a chart, and people will take profits there at some point, which is fine. At 56, and maybe we flag their range, or you come back down and retest 4,500 from the top, whatever. But in reality, I think that this 0.08 on Ethereum is inevitable. Inevitable. It will happen. Now, I say that, and somebody's going to write it down and be like, "But you said, Jared." No, you do with that what you want. My view is it's inevitable, and the reason why I say that is there's too many bullish things being developed on Ethereum. There's too many bullish things that are happening on Ethereum. Layer 2's coming out in less than a month. You guys don't think Ethereum Layer 2 in less than a month is going to be absolutely absurd for Ethereum? Like, let me know in the chat. Like, you guys have been talking to me. Is there anybody here who thinks that Layer 2 rollout is going to be a bearish catalyst? Mid-90s right here, baby. Let's go. So Alexson says Layer 2 in less than a month for what DApp exactly? And Tom said Sealer's out this week. I'm referring to Uniswap. That's why I said less than a month. Sell the news. Get out of here. I mean, it's a case, I guess. But the case would be temporary at best, because if people are willing to spend $100 a transaction now, imagine what they're going to do if you're able to transact at $10 and like all the different things that open up. And this is why, like, I have been on Binance Smart Chain for a while, and the reason why is I like to be able to transact and not be pissed about transacting. I have a large enough wallet where I don't need to care, but I do care, okay? And so if they can start to siphon back some of the liquidity that CZ has pulled away, oh my God, guys. I mean, I'm not going to say that like all-time highs is going to happen, because like that's pretty absurd, but it could happen. It could happen. So Layer 2, yeah, EIP 1559 in the summer. Fahad, I'm still bullish, more BNB than Ethereum. Depends on what you're talking about, okay? Fundamentally, no. Absolutely not. Ethereum is far better than Binance. That said, CZ doesn't give a fuck. And so, yeah, I'm very bullish on BNB, and I hold a lot of money on BNB. And I will continue to do so, BNB and Cake, specifically because CZ wants to flip Ethereum, even if for a moment in market cap. He does. He will. That'd be roughly 3x price from where we are now for him to do that. I think he'll do it. So, yeah, pretty bullish. But then I'm getting the hell out of there. So, Layer 2 is going to be great. Sealer obviously coming this week. But yeah, 0.085, 10%, 0.1. Oh, could you imagine? I mean, right now we're talking about $5,500 Ethereum. What I don't want to see happen is like Bitcoin go back to like 4,300 and like Ethereum go up, 5%. That would not be fun. But you know, I'm not going to stop being uber bullish on Ethereum. And I'm sure even the next time that Ataxia and I talk, he'll have even more bullish sentiment for me than that. So as Tom said, yeah, he needs 160 billion to do that. That's a little crazy. You want to bet money against that though? Low in Skyrim? Low in Skyrim? Skyrim definitely. I just know what your first name is. Loin Skyrim? Whatever. I try to get names right ever since that one dude, M. Pooty, logged on and I made fun of his name and he hasn't come back since, so. Well, hold on, Alexon. Fahad, yeah, I invest in small caps. Quite a bit, actually. But that's not really the theme of what I'm doing at this moment. 160 billion is not easily come by. But like the tweet he released today or yesterday, I don't remember exactly, was Binance and I think the Binance validators, I guess, have like 40% of supply. And he said today they're planning on burning every bit of supply. Today. 40% of the gross supply of BNB is held by people who intend on burning it. So, they've already burned a lot. But if you then start looking, going, okay, if they're going to burn more, then you probably can move price more, and you can manipulate that a little bit, and I don't think that sort of price manipulation is out of bounds for CZ. So, you know, there's a couple things I've learned in doing this, and one of them, don't bet against CZ. Another one, don't bet against Sam. Like, you just don't. Look at this shit. You kidding me? Why would you ever bet against Sam? So that goes the same way for me. Why would you ever bet against CZ? 150, 160 billion to be able to do that. What is on Sol? Oh, I'm left behind here. Yeah, you got some reading to do, my friend. Alex, go read about Solana. I think Solana's going to have an absolutely banana summer, and there's going to be literal fortunes made over there. So you should figure it out. I'm not going to talk about Solana today. Our day will come. Our day will come. Okay. I'm kind of running off the theme here a little bit. Bitcoin dominance. Wanted to touch on this. Do you guys remember? Not that long ago. I think it was here. Yeah. Like legit 20 days ago. We were saying, what would it take for us to have an alt season? And the general consensus was, I don't know, Bitcoin dominance under 55. We're at 52.5 right now. We're at 52.5. But people are bearish. Cool. I don't know what life is like waking up each day and changing my macro thesis based on the day's or night's price action. Like, I would hate that. Thia Boy 35, please. Oh my God. Could that really even happen? I say that knowing that over here it did. Like, this was alt season that so many of my friends got absolutely, loaded on. This drop essentially from 17 to 18, which got down to 35. I mean, it could happen. Christ, I would not have said that we could drop 10 points in a month, not even in 3 weeks, and we did. So, yeah, Could happen. I don't like lyrics on. It makes me not be able to think. It shouldn't even be in here. Yeah. I'm not really... Low time frame signals, I'm not really interested in. Doesn't change my thesis. But Ethereum dominance continuing up, right? Ethereum dominance up. Others dominance up. Bitcoin dominance down. Total 2 up. What are we bearish at? What are we bearish about? It could not look better if you were putting everything together. Guess I haven't checked futures. Yeah, okay. The S&P and the NASDAQ are both sitting at all-time highs. I love it when you go off topic because that's when you say the most random, insightful tips. That's ADD. It's all stream of consciousness. So I keep this DeFi perp up here. I don't want to talk about standard marketplace, but essentially the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are at all-time highs. Yeah, okay. Not bearish. In case you guys don't know, Bitcoin generally follows the QQQ. Or maybe the other way around, I guess. I don't know. QQQ is essentially tech, which is essentially high beta, which is essentially risky money. Okay? And so there's a correlation there. Maybe not one that's worth talking about, but it's there. Anyway. All right, back to this. I look at this quite a bit. It's DeFi perp. And I look at it because it's a good indication about where we are with DeFi or DeFi or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's DeFi to me. It's also Ethereum or Ethereum. ETH, not ETH. And this wick, one, I saw people buying. Mwah, beautiful. Good for you. I wasn't paying attention. Actually, I was, but I didn't feel like rushing to my computer. And I look at a wick like this, and what comes to mind for me is leverage getting smoked on FTX. Now, I really like FTX. I pretty much do all of my trading on FTX when I'm not in decentralized apps. It's really good stuff. If you're looking to trade anywhere, ftx.us. If you're in the US, or ftx.com. If you're somewhere else, you can only trade this on ftx.com. And this is my problem with FTX. Like, that wick is absolutely brutal. And for the size, position, and the funding that they charge for stuff like this, you can't be that thin in the order books. Holy shit. Like, people got destroyed on that. Yeah, it's about as good as you can do with that. another broadening cylinder. Doesn't, I mean, it's not really shocking to me when you consider what's happening with Ethereum, that it's following a similar pattern. I've never actually done this, so we'll see if I look stupid, but... yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same chart, isn't it? Interestingly, the DeFi perp looks cleaner. I've never actually looked at it this way. Maybe not. Either way, that was a great place to long. I don't see anything wrong with DeFi perp. Is there anything else that I missed that was along the way? Yeah, semiconductors, fine. Yield, fine. Oh, I guess this is the one that everybody loves to talk about because it's trendy. DXY taking a dump. If Tom's still in here. Is he still in here? I don't see him. Yeah. DXY dumping and crypto dumping? Not usually the case, but it does happen. Yeah, there you are. I don't like it sitting on that 50-day. That makes me think we could be at a reversal point. It's also like this is an area of support. So can you imagine the financial crisis? DXY was 70 cents. Oh. People think we're in pain now. Fuck out of here. That's when I graduated college, man. Not a job to be found. Selling print ads. That's what I was doing. You got any wisdom for the people, Tom, on DXY? I know you follow it. Yeah, I mean, it's sitting right there. Overall, still pretty good. Jared loved that chart on GTH. Good game. Jasper, thanks for hanging out, man. Good luck with the meeting. House, TRX, Crypto Bert, entry point still solid. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Sorry, I don't remember, man. Like I said, I'm like Guy Pearce in Memento. You got to give me more than that. It does look like I charted it before. Well, it looks familiar to me, I guess, but you gotta give me some context. It gets pretty bad out here, but yeah, I mean the flip looks perfect. This is a nice Gather entry. Tom, drop some FA on some people on Gather, because I don't remember it. $2.2 million in liquidity. Interestingly, less than NCAT. Hey. Oh, that's amazing. Oh. Say what you want about meme tokens. Yeah, so I use both. Skyrim. Loin Skyrim. Loin. I use both. I use the DeFi basket because, one, the DeFi basket's free. I know that seems like, well, yeah, I mean, you're just trading alts. No, it's pretty nice to be able to balance the DeFi baskets. You know, okay, I'm more bullish on Aave right now because of this, or Maker because of that, and I can kind of change my portfolio around. It's pretty nice. I very publicly used GainseyBot for a long, long time. One FOD, bro. Go twitch.tv/StackedLabs. You can see previous streams. It's all we talk about usually. I'm into the build ecosystem. I'm in quite a bit, so yeah. There's a lot going on there. But I used GainseyBot very publicly for a long time. When Alum was on, I showed my results. I like made 7 Bitcoin in a month using GainseyBot. I've tried a bunch of other things. I use Stacked this way. Okay. I use it as a consistently executed strategy that I can't get in my own head and screw up. Okay? Here's what I mean by that. Let's say I have a big win and I make $30,000. I'll take 15 of it and I'll throw it in my account on Stacked, and I'll let GainseyBot trade it, or Trend King or whatever, and just let them do it. Where I'm not on high leverage, the strategies work, and there's not a whole lot of thinking going on. Like, it'll catch moves that I won't catch because they're more consistent, right? The big issue with leverage trading is people don't know how to keep their positions and their strategy execution consistent. They just don't. So is it like a banger, just absolutely beautiful, catches every move? No. Now there's some on there that are absurdly good. So that's how I use Stacked. And I use the DeFi basket. So again, like if I'm pulling money off of decentralized exchanges, I'll send it over there and let the DeFi basket rebalance, or put it in one of the trading strategies. So yeah, but I like to be involved. It was one of my biggest issues where I kept wanting to do things with it. Like, oh, GainseyBot has a long open, but I see that it's gonna, in my mind, it's gonna reverse and close my position. And then I started screwing with the results, and that's not good. So it takes a lot of discipline, and I would recommend checking it out. Again, in the description of this stream, if you're on Twitch, if you're on YouTube or Periscope or Twitter or whatever, it's not there. But go to Twitch TV, twitch.tv/StackLabs. There's a link to go and check it out. So give it a go. Give it a go. I forget who asked that, but yeah, I use them. Yeah, Gather looks nice. Somebody asked me about TRX, I think. I don't know why somebody asked me about TRX. But yeah, if you guys have other stuff you want me to take a look at, just drop it in the chat, and I'll get to it as long as I can. I don't really have anything going on today, but I'm planning on streaming a lot this week, so I don't want to stream all afternoon. But please drop them in the chat. Tron. TRX. I don't want that one. Who has the most? Whatever. I want more index opportunities, is what I want for tokens. Just give me an aggregated value of all of them. Yeah, I mean, if you really are interested in utter garbage, then, 12 cents, go for it. I don't know. That doesn't do a whole lot for me. I'm not messing around with Tron. Although there are a lot of people, Menwa being one of them. R. Simus1, thank you for following. I appreciate you. That say Binance alts are absolutely lit right now, and I believe he's correct. Like, you can make a lot of money there. I haven't used any of my gifts yet. Hey, cheers. Arsmus1 and Demigod, who subscribed earlier. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, Tron's fine. Buy close to 12 cents. Capitulate if you lose this market structure here. 11. Yeah. CoinShark, appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for popping in live. Yeah, we actually so CoinShark said thanks for the stream. I'll pop in later. We have a lot of people who watch us not live. I mean, particularly today when I gave no advance notice and just started the stream. But a lot of people watch later. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm very bullish on Binance, and I will continue to be until Layer 2 solutions are out. And look at that. Look where we stopped, folks. That's why I shake my head. I don't like that. It's forced. Yeah, we literally stopped and opened right on the line. Do I believe that? I don't know if I do. By the way, new token launching on Binance called Cake Safe. Cake Safe? Safe Cake? No, Cake Safe. It's like Unicrypt on Binance Smart Chain. So people will actually lock their liquidity. And a lot of people knock Binance Smart Chain because of rugs. And I think that's a pretty great solution. So keep an eye out for it. Cake, C-A-K-E, Safe. And yeah, Alex, I mean, that's what I mean. Look at that. So that's on a 12 hour. If you look at the daily, like they wicked it back up to maintain market structure. That's what happens when you have somebody like CZ pulling the cords. Like, he's not going to let market structure stop here. You kidding me? Here's what you, like, I don't even know. I got to bring on a market maker. Who's a market maker I could bring on to actually talk? I do just love any project with Cake in it. Cake's my shit, man. I think I've made more money on Cake than anything else in crypto, which is absurd. So I do love the Cake. But yeah, seriously, watch out for Cake Safe. It's going to be a banger. So if you guys know any market makers, let me know. I want to bring one on and talk. And you say, what do you mean market maker? It's just a big market participant? No. Market makers are people who are actually paid to incentivize liquidity and transactions, okay? So they're facilitating transactions, essentially filling bids and asks as makes sense on the chart, and they essentially get a percentage of volume traded, which is a great deal for them, and you need people with big swinging dicks to do it. So market makers are ones who effectively paint charts. And when a market maker gets overtaken by demand in the market, that's when you see market structure breakdowns. I'm sure you guys don't think about this. You don't even need to. It's just more interesting to me than anything else. Like CZ is absolutely the market maker on BNB. You think he's going to let this shit break down? Now, you know when he will let it break down? This is accidental alpha, okay? Accidental alpha. I don't even have a good alpha gif. This was just funny. Good alpha. Accidental alpha drop. When CZ lets the BNB market structure break down, be scared. Not even rants. I'm just Italian. It's how I talk. CZ underscore Binance or something like that. He's not hard. If you go to Twitter and just search CZ, you'll find him. I think, I don't know. I gotta have it open here somewhere. Yeah, CZ underscore Binance. He's got a bajillion followers, 1.6 million followers. Yeah, he's not going to let market structure break. When he does let market structure break, be scared. It painted a perfect bottom and turn. It is funny though that you're like, every time you rant, you give us some stuff that we wouldn't have otherwise known. Like, I don't know. Should I feel good about that? Bad about that? I don't even know. But you're not wrong. Checking out my boy Cake. Look at that shit. So again, I was talking about this live on stream at $15. I was also talking about it here at $10. And I was live on Ledger Status's stream on this day, where I said, literally, this is February 17th, Cake is the most undervalued token in the space. And I was laughed at. Not by anybody on the show, in the chat. Ledger actually is the one who turned me on to Cake. So do with that what you will. But yeah, this all looks really, really good. Really good. Gather looking good. There was one other request I don't recall seeing. You can go check on a few things. NCAT stupid. This is the dumbest chart I've ever seen in my life. Like, easily. It's not even close. This is Safe Moon on Binance Smart Chain. This was absurd here. Where I have my cursor. Oh, there. That was absurd there. Absolutely absurd. And it came down and like here. Look. So there it changes the scaling, but here you can see this like crazy run up. Yeah, okay, just a 300% move. And you're like, that has to be it. This is, I guess a meme token. I don't know. It's an RFI fork on Binance Smart Chain. Like, it's nothing spectacular. They just do great at marketing. Like, they got little Yachty to talk about it. Little Yachty to talk about it. And you go, okay, then these guys took profit. Good game. This thing's done. No worries, just another 600%, 700% from the bottom. Here's my other accidental alpha drop. The largest holder of SafeMoon is also the largest holder of NCAT. That's why I keep talking about it. You think my man's not going to turn that on here? I don't know. I think he will. And you can already see it starting. Like, this, if this breaks out, is going to pull a Safe Moon. Okay? It's like essentially doing the same thing. Look at that. Another way to look at it versus BNB. When moon for NCAT though? I mean, it's gone up almost 200% from the bottom on the higher low. I've said it a bunch because people ask me, like, NCAT's not dead. I own a lot of NCAT. Yeah, good. Bought the bottom. You should. The community, like, this is why NCAT is impressive to me. If you look at the community of NCAT, it's really impressive. Like, there's like 12 different languages now of NCAT rooms. Like Russian, German, Chinese, Vietnamese. And it's completely organic. How many holders are there? Does it say that on here? Woo! That's why you don't do that. How many holders are there in NCAT? 18,400. Now, how many in SafeMoon? Been here since 1,000, yeah. 671,000. But, see this guy? Who's got apparently $223 million? Actually, I think it alternated. Give me a second here. actually a lot harder to find. A little disorienting. 19. Here we go. Safe Moon holder guy. Got $100 million. Also has $1 million in NCAT. That's why I'm not selling NCAT until this guy shows me something. Yeah, this guy makes plays, man. Here's the thing. I own a lot of NCAT. I've done well with it. It's fun. It's stupid. And I bought early. Okay, over here. It's a meme token. So let's all keep that in perspective. I want that to be clear. It's a meme token. Doge is a meme token. Safe Moon is a reflect, which is the same thing. Safe Moon and NCAT are actually the same thing. But NCAT's contract is vastly better. It was tweaked a little bit. I mean, the development team's better. Just doesn't have the marketing. So, if the marketing comes over, I don't know. Maybe this will be a clip when this thing goes 1,000x, just like Safe Moon did. And we can all laugh about it later on. So, anyway, take a look. We'll go to a couple other of my bags really quick. If you guys have other things that you want to see, let me know. I will... Dow, do you... Oh, yeah, no kidding. You're right. My apologies, Thia boy. Very, very good. You got to give me more than that, Fahad, the ticker. I don't know that stuff innately, and it's kind of tough to search while I'm live, so just tell me what I need to put in, and I'll look at it. Yeah, NCAT, just for the sake of the conversation, the first DAO, DAO, on Binance Smart Chain. The first one. The first one. In the entire ecosystem. NCAT. It's a meme token. At least they're actually doing shit. Yeah. Good stuff. CNTR, please. Graph Link versus Parsec. Man, you're giving me a GLQ? Is that what I'm looking at here? GLQ? Is that what you said? Yeah, GLQ. Okay. Let's take a look. Boom. 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 I'm always going to have a soft spot for Eminem because of, for Michigan. Eminem's my guy. I can't give you the FA on this because I don't know. Tom, if you're still here, weigh in. Or Fahad, maybe you can tell me. But chart looks pretty decent. Stopped where you would expect it to, which is good. No idea? Okay. I always look for this, okay? So you can think about projects like this. And again, I talk about the psychology of trading quite a bit. And the psychology of trading is like, you have to understand who's holding at the time. Who's holding the token. And so there was a group of people, market participants, who right here decided, you know, there was going to be support for a little while. And it was broken through with demand all the way up high. I mean, this is a pretty significant move. But it's almost like a conversation between buyers and sellers to go, what's the market value of this token? It's always good to see, because like obviously anybody who traded here long, because you can't effectively short this, is in profit. Was in profit. And we came all the way back down to test that zone, and it held. So yeah, it looks pretty good. From a chart perspective, I bet Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Yeah. I mean, it's right there in the zone. The 70, whatever it is, 73.2. Didn't give it up. Still creating a higher low. Looks good, man. Parsec, is that the ticker? PRQ. Got it. Yeah, that's good too. You know, as weird as this is, yeah, okay. So what you're saying is GraphLink's better than Parsec. Fair enough. And here's what I'll say, kind of to your point or against your point. I don't really know because I'm not involved. I'll just tell you what I see. Whenever I see something like this, which is a channel, very clear. So you have one here, kind of respects it again, goes up. And it was respected on both sides. In fact, you can see it here on the top side of the channel. We overshot, came back down, tried to retest it. It was just overcooked. And this is why... Oh, wow, nice. Okay, I'll bring that up in a moment here. I just want to finish making my point on the actual technical structure of it. You know, people see this, and I'm sure there's somebody going like, hey, this is super bearish. Like, look at this, it blew off. Not really. Like, I look at this, and people got overheated a little bit. Like, obviously, somebody YOLO marketed it in on that and felt really, really good about it and got smoked. It also could have been a slip-in situation. I don't know. The volume isn't really there to justify that move. But when things get overcooked like that, it usually goes down and retests the other side of the channel, which is what it looks like we're planning on doing right now here in Parsec. But to your point about GraphLink, come on. Yeah. Yeah, 17 million cap versus whatever, closer to 200. It's a big deal. So, I don't really know what they do, but I like the charts. To my point about things being overshot, this is a great example right here. Like, Woo did that on this breakout day. Like, woo! Pun intended. Woo! I used to have a woo. No. But somebody got really aggressive on their long and they got dunked on. Make sure I'm not connected. I'll be honest, here's what I know about Woo. People I trust say it's good FA, fine, and Three Arrow Capitals owns a lot of it. Woo, great drink. That's pretty funny. So yeah, all I really need to know. I got in around 16 cents, 17 cents, and that was because of Crutches, Krutches, on Twitter. Was like, hey, new Three Arrows Capital holding. That's an instant ape for me in an ape scenario, and made a ton of money on it. But yeah, somebody went crazy, and YOLO Market bought this up to 230, and it came back down. Sell frame? Give me the ticker or a site to go see on that, Fahad. So anyway, it comes back down, then you're going to get people retesting on the lows on this, which it did forever. Like, I came so close to capitulating here at 25 cents. Sell. My bad. Okay. And then, yeah. So somebody got overheated, it comes back down, and then works up. I mean, we were over, yeah, $1.15. Really good for a while. Okay, Cell Frame token is the Polkadot and KSM killer. Tom, you still here, buddy? I don't know what that means. I'll say this. I like this chart. That's effectively one big damn... No idea also. All right, well, you got Tom twice, man. CT's all over it. Oh, are they? Okay, that's probably why I'm not in it, because I don't really want to be a part of that. Not that I have any issues with it, but like when I already see like heavy shillers in it, I'm not really interested. This is the most bullish thing about this right here. This little line down off the candle body on daily jumped over, and it's trying to hold on right here. Pretty good long if it does. Generally, pretty good long if it does. So, you know, do with that what you will. Fahad, you're asking about microcaps. Big into Ichi. Got a pretty large bag for $5. It's at 31 million cap now, but wasn't then. Still think Ichi's a big deal. If you look into Ichi, which you should, it's got a really good FA. The ability for projects to get money out of their treasury without having to dump their token on their followers is pretty sick. All right, Tommy, thanks, buddy. Cheers, appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words. I'll do a couple more. Essentially, at this point, I'm just doing whatever Fahad wants me to, because nobody else wants to give my opinion. You're welcome, Fahad. S. Curry, I'll do that next. Yeah, that's you know, I mean, it looks like Bitcoin, or yeah, it looks like Bitcoin, doesn't it? Just kind of broke the rising wedge. By the way, NNN777 NNN, thank you for following. Appreciate you. So I don't know what, you know, this is, but until I see corresponding volume like that over here, it's not dead. Like, see that? Those people are still holding. They're still dominating the market on this. Oh, good. I have a freeze warning. I don't know why that's a push to my Apple Watch thing, but it is. Yeah, it's a little overcooked. It's squeezed down. So, I don't know. You probably are going to see a retest of 44 cents sometime soon. Maybe it stops here. I doubt it. Centaur token? Is this all you, S. Curry? $1.3 million? Oof. I have a lot of this, mainnet out the 28th. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it's essentially trying, or it did put in essentially a higher low, but, you know, market conditions the past couple of days probably screwed it a little bit. Here's what's tripping me out, why I'm looking at this kind of funny. The volume bars here don't make sense for the chart at all. Like, look at this. Okay. Uh-huh. The only one out of all of those, I guess you guys probably can't even really see it. Sorry. What the hell? What I'm seeing on my preview screen and what I see on my screen, not the same thing. So, sorry. There we go. All right. This looks very weird to me, and I don't know why. Like, what is going on here? Why were there mega volume impulses and no price movement? And then a lesser volume impulse ripped it 35% in a day. That's either wash trading to get like volume up to be listed somewhere, maybe, or somebody screwing with it. But I don't know. Do you have any answer for that, S. Curry? Because that just looks weird. Uni? All right, I'll do that next. Fahad. Yo. Shisha Finance? Good question, not really. All right, I'll do Uni and then whatever the hell Shisha is, and then I'm going to call it. Usually 2 hours is about my limit, and then I got to use the bathroom or something. I don't know what the song is, but I'm digging it. Middle Child by DJ Boomin. All right. We even opened Shisa Finance website after the chart. You'll love it. All right. All right. Uni, Thiaboy. Looks really good. In fact, I saw this around 28 bucks, and I even had a thought to myself, like, you should probably go buy this. And I didn't. Because again, if you think layer 2 on Uni is a non-event, you have not been trading alts for a while. It's an event. Now, whether or not that is a sell the news situation on the day of layer 2, you know, whatever. But the run up to it, assuming we have market stabilization, gonna be awesome. So yeah, I like Uni a lot. And Carlos, my usual alt streaming partner, Ataxia, as some of you know him, repeatedly says to me, I don't know how much Uni you own, but it's not enough. And I tend to believe him. Shisa Finance. I'm guessing you probably just gave it to me. Hold on. Plug walk. I could do better. Hold on. Cannot believe the airdrop on this shit. Yeah, anything under 31? I would look at Uni. I mean, here's pretty good, to be honest. If you think the market stabilized, otherwise you could see another dump. Like a great entry would be closer to 25 bucks. But yeah, I am very bullish on Uni. Would I long? Yeah. Shisha. What is this? See, this is why this is fun, man, because you guys bring up shit I've never heard of, and I've usually heard of everything. Like I've said, I don't really know what some stuff is. But I've like usually seen the chart. This is pretty wild. Make sure I can find the website before I just randomly. Shisha? Am I saying that correctly? Shisha? Oh my god. There you go. Sheesh. Now I get it. Makes more sense. Sheesh. Is it a bridge? Shish. No. Yeah, like the smoke. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm interested. I'd have to learn more, but I'm intrigued. What could you have two more polar opposite looking people? This guy's like, I got my tax degree at university. Oh my God, what, they have a league of people working on this? Backup from a guy from Dubai. Crypto's here to connect us all. Big partners are coming, working 24/7. Are you like a part of this, Fahad? Come correct, man. Yeah, I want to hear something cool. Go for it. That's good. No pre-sale. Got listed with $18 million liquidity. S. Curry says the traditional dress these guys are wearing is UAE. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not going to open his LinkedIn account. Paid network advisor, the CEO. Yeah, you just happen to know a lot about it, so I'm always like, hold on, man, are you shilling your project right now? I mean, you've only got, 30 some people watching this now and maybe 200 later, so it's not like you're gonna make it all on that, but all right, last but not least, Shisha looks interesting. I'm gonna look it up. I'm looking at Doge because I have a short signal building on Doge. I shorted it earlier this morning and should have closed when it got down to like 34 and I didn't. But this is a pretty standard divergence short right here, 4 hour. Not insignificant. Yeah, it might be. Doge might be $1. I mean, I never would have been like 39 cents because I owned a lot of it at like, a penny. So shame on me because I still think meme coins are stupid, even though I just talked about NCAT and it's not. So whatever. But this is a pretty significant divergence short. So what you would need for this to be invalidated, for this signal to be invalidated, is for this, the MACD line to rise above the previous impulse. So 0.06, I guess. And I don't see that happening. So I'm looking for the next downturn on Doge, and I'm going to continue shorting. I still have my short open. I'm about break even right now. So I think there's going to be a short-term correction on Doge. For the same reason why everything else corrected, people are over-levering their asses off on it. So the rinses shall come. Now, the technical target on this short signal is right here. 14 cents. I don't think we'll get there. I think 26 more likely, but keep your head on a swivel. Don't do stupid things. As Careless usually says, who usually is in here. I didn't see him today. No, I don't see him. Careless usually says very accurately, easy for me to say, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. If you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. High leverage on a meme coin like Doge is dumb. Short or long, doesn't matter. Heard of Pundix? No, I've not. Pundix. Oof. Glad I haven't. What, should I, Skyrim? Yeah. Yikes. I literally am like getting off. You guys are now finally talking in the chat. Ugh. All right. Pundix, I don't know what it is. The FA might be there. Pundi X? Pundi? I always get nervous whenever you guys tell me shit and I click on the links. Pundi? Singapore. All right. I mean, I guess everything's kind of out of there. Yeah, it kind of is a double top. Kind of. Or, I'm sorry, double bottom, rather. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't want to see more volume. All right, I'm doing NPXS and TKO, and then I'm done. NPXS. Come on. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's holding where it should. I want to see this volume return over here. So I don't know what this is. NPXS, Trollkungen TV. Thank you for pointing that out, man. I'm going to look it up. If there's any sort of fundies that I enjoy, I might grab a bag. Pundiak. Yeah. TKO. All right, last one. Technical knockout. Oh my God, what do you have me looking at? Yeah, this actually looks pretty solid. I mean, this is hard to ignore, ever. So those people took a position up to $3.50, and they felt very strongly about it. Oh, TKO, it's a Singapore exchange. This is the one you said that Binance is, yeah, back from Binance. Cool. All right. Yeah, I mean, people felt very strongly about this and put a lot of volume into it. So that's never a bad thing. Particularly, like you said it held up well. I mean, the volume was there building it up and nobody really sold. Only listed in Binance. Okay. And apparently on PancakeSwap. Yeah, I do remember that. WRX. Yep. One of the rare things that I do remember. Yeah, this looks pretty interesting. I don't know. I'd want to see what happens here over the next few days. I'll check it out. It says it's traded on PancakeSwap. If it's on PancakeSwap, I'll definitely buy some. Even just to hold on to. So, anyway. All right, well, hey, thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. The teaser on the chat was, is the bull market over? And I want to say, no, it's not. We're not even close. And as I said to you earlier, we're not going to catch the exact top because that's hard to do. We'll get pretty damn close. So, follow the channel. Subscribe if you feel like you want to. But definitely check out Stacked, stackedinvest.com. Link in the description. It's a great place to hedge. Great place to find bots that are smarter than you and me that can actually help preserve capital. So, very cool seeing all the new people in here. Very cool getting some new subscribers and followers. I appreciate that. And we'll be on a couple more times this week. I'm going to do the technical analysis show at some point here soon. Just as like a informational guide because I feel like people need it. Like position sizing and risk management. I see people just fuck up constantly. Okay. So hopefully we will do a session where that's all we talk about. So I'll promo it, give like a day advance, and then if you have TA questions, come with it, and we'll talk about it. So anyway, thank you all for coming to hang out. I appreciate it. Dennis, thank you for the chill stream. Thank you for coming and being chill on the stream, man. Very cool stuff. Always like to meet new people. Always want to learn more. That's what we're here for. Have a good time. Learn. All make money together. Have a really good time. StackedInvest.com. This is Stacked Lab on Twitch. I will check you guys later.